Pool B, all right? Pool B includes Kenya, Samoa, Australia, and Argentina. Now, so far right now, Kenya and Samoa have not released their rosters yet on who they're going to be picking. I feel like it's going to be a last-minute play because it costs money to be able to travel, man. They're probably getting their stuff together. But we do know for Australia, first and foremost, and this is going to be a wild card team, all right? We got Nick Malouf, who's going to be captaining this team. I don't know very much about him at all, to be honest with you. I don't know very much about him, except for he's a solid player in watching, all right? But they got Nathan Lawson, all right, Maurice Longbottom, Matt Gonzalez, who is in a relationship with Faith Nathan. That is a storyline that we need to see. Can both Australian teams bring the first gold medal couple in rugby? I'd love to see if it hasn't already been done. No, I guess gold medal heterosexual couple. Mark Nawatiwasi will be continuing. Ben Darling, James Turner, Henry Patterson, Henry Hutchison, Hayden Sargent, Dietrich Roche, Corey Toole, and then following up Michael Isley and Josh Turner as the subsequent travel reserve. This Australian team is just relatively young. It's a relatively young team, relatively new team. Not a whole lot of veteran support that's coming out from this. Again, it's Australia. There's always a chance for being talented, but as we all know, like, Australia has been struggling, and I feel like this is a situation where these guys can maybe use an opportunity to be able to show that rugby union in Australia is not dead yet, and there is still a chance. But you go off of what Eddie Jones said, that Australia rugby is long gone. They're basically out of it at this point. And so this team, I don't know how well they're going to do. I do feel like they have a chance to be able to get out of pool play, but this is a team where I'm just like, you have the pedigree for it, but I don't know if you have the what do you call it? I don't know if you have the capability to do it or the strength. All right, and then next up we have Argentina. All right. This Argentina team, again, has very close, basically won HSB 7 series. Argentina is followed up with a strong outing. You got Tomas Eliazalji, Tobias Wade. You have Santiago Mari, Santiago Alvarez, Mateo Graziano, Gaston Revol, the guy that I like to call Draco Malfoy, a.k.a. Luciano Gonzalez. Game changer as well. Dude is so powerful down the middle as a center. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Machias Osaduzuk. I'm so bad at names. German Schultz. Joaquin Pelladini, Augustin Fraga, and then coming up in travel reserve, Rodrigo Ispro and Santiago Verafel. Again, a team that, put in the right position can win it all. Like, they legitimately can win it all for this Argentina team. And I don't think like I said, I don't think this is a situation where you want to underestimate what they can do, especially in this pool play. Again, we have yet to see what the Kenya team and Samoa team is going to do. Kenya is coming in with relatively new guys, but I do feel like this is a hungrier team. I don't know what it's going to end up being, what the roster is, but the guys that they do have that I've seen during the some of the Africa Sevens championships, I think Mauritius earlier this year, or last year, I think. Mauritius last year. They have got young guys who are hungry, because I think in the past, whenever Kenya came to the Olympics in 2016 and a little bit 2021, if I remember correctly, it felt like they were just happy to get to the Olympics. They weren't really excited. They weren't really ready to play. I feel like this is a young team, especially with all the turmoil going on in Kenya, that it needs this. They need to get a win underneath their belt. But that being said, man, again, I feel like at least Argentina is going to be coming out of this, but I can't predict Pool B yet. I don't trust Australia at all. I don't know what version of Australia is going to end up coming into play. And I just don't know what's going to happen with Kenya. Kenya is always someone that can survive. They can either be the best team in the world or they can be one of the worst. And then Samoa, again, is very, very hit or miss. Really regionally great, but I don't always see them building out nationally because they get poached. They get poached too heavy. Olympic Games kick off on for the men's. It's July 24th through the 27th, and then for the women, it's July 28th. July 28th through the 30th, man. So this would be a really interesting one. Definitely catch it out.
Buckwheat is changing lives. My name is GiftTime. I'm here with Health Enhanced Foods, and I want to tell you about one of my favorite products on our shelves, buckwheat baking mix. Buckwheat is a seed that is incredibly nutrient and protein dense. But what makes it even more important, that buckwheat baking mix is absolutely gluten-free. A lot of times whenever people have buckwheat mixes, they actually even hold wheat inside of it. So you know it's not fully gluten. And if you're a person that is celiac or diabetic, or you're just really trying to be health conscious, it's not something that you want to have to worry about. What makes our buckwheat baking mix even more important is that it is versatile. You can use it for pancakes, you can use it for waffles, you can use it for making loaves of bread, you can make it for cupcakes. But what helps even more is that it is allergen free, it is nut free, it is dairy free, that there is no additional additives in it. There's no leavening there, so that if you want to be able to raise your bread, you can put in the baking powder yourself and get it fluffy. If you don't, you absolutely do not have to. You get the bread that you love without the cost to your health. You can absolutely find buckwheat baking mix at healthenhancedfoods.com. Absolutely check it out. Get your nostalgia back. Get back to eating and loving the way that you are, and absolutely get back to the energy that you know that you can get without having to destroy yourself. I'm looking forward to seeing you get it. Let's go.